In this video, I am demonstrating in an old case how I went about performing a 1.8 millimeter or a sub 2 millimeter phaco. This is done with the Earthly Ferro system using their 1.8 millimeter tip. Now, after placing my 1.8 millimeter incision with a special keratome and my two side port incisions, I place some HPMC over the cornea as well as some HPMC within the anterior chamber to facilitate my capsulorhexis. Then, taking a bent 26 gauge needle, I go ahead and perform my capsulorhexis. My parameters in the 1.8 millimeter phaco would be just 250 millimeters of vacuum, 30 ml flow rate, and 60% phaco power in this case. And bottle height is around 120 centimeters. This is because of the extremely narrow tip, the infusion and the small incision, the infusion within the chamber is very low. I'll come back to that later. Now I am performing my hydrodissection, and I am performing it in multiple quadrants in order to separate the nucleus completely, and I am even testing its rotation. Once done, I put HPMC within the chamber, and now this part of the phaco is completely unedited. I am going in with my phaco tip, my 1.8 millimeter phaco tip. I cannot maneuver too much within this wound. I plan to do the direct chop. As I already told you, my parameters are 250 vacuum, 30 ml flow rate, and I have set it for 60% power. This is only a grade 2 nucleus sclerosis. That's a good job. The bottle height is at 120 centimeters, and in these narrow incisions, the infusion is so low, so you have to put your bottle at a greater height, and you have to cut down on your vacuum and your aspiration flow rate, otherwise you'll land up with severe surge. Now, using these parameters, the chamber is pretty steady and the chops are seemingly easy. Once I have got all the fragments, I start emulsifying and eating them away. As you can see, because of the extremely narrow tip, it will take time. In fact, what I have seen is the phaco time is doubled in a 1.8 compared to a 2.8 for the same density of nucleus sclerosis. Try to make smaller pieces and try to take one at a time. I don't want these pieces flying around in the anterior chamber and hitting the endothelium. This whole part, including the cortical aspiration, I have left completely unedited for the ear to appreciate every single step of the surgery. Now I cut down slightly on the vacuum and the outflow rate, and I am going to go ahead and remove the cortex with the phaco probe itself. You do have an irrigating aspirating 1.8 mm tip supplied by Oertli, but if careful enough, you can use the phaco probe itself. Or if you really want to be safe, you can go ahead and use a bimanual, as I have already got 2 paracentesis wounds ready. It would be better if I had changed my left hand to a dialer rather than holding on to the sharp chopper. Be that as it may, somehow due to oversight, I'm still hanging on to my sharp chopper. Once the entire cortex and epinucleus has been removed, I come out, and the rest is pretty standard. Of course, here I put in my HPMC. I have a 1.8 millimeter incision. I don't have any lens that can go in through that, so I have increased it to 2.2. And even with the 2.2, it is a wound assisted delivery of a hydrophilic lens. And I'm making sure that the IOL is within the bag, well within the bag. You don't want to place such an IOL in the sulcus if you can help it. And then using my bimanual, I am removing all the HPMC. This video has just been put out of interest. I don't do 1.8 these days. I'm sticking to my 2.8, and I'm happy with it. Thank you.